Senator King?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Mr. Clapper, I want to call upon your long years of experience. We put a lot of stock in sanctions and have over the years, and we're putting a lot of stock in sanctions right now on Iran. My concern is that we as Americans tend to think that other countries will think and act and react the way we do, when in reality their systems just are very different than ours. My question on Iran is there a sufficient middle class which has the political power to have any influence on the regime's decisions based upon the squeeze applied by the sanctions? In other words, does the Supreme Ayatollah care whether that his economy is going down?
It's an excellent question, sir. And yes, he does. He does care, and I think, and it does concern them about the decline, the deterioration in the economy because of the prospect for promoting unrest among the citizenry of Iran, and we are seeing more signs of that. At the same time, though, I think the Supreme Leader's standard is the level of privation that Iran suffered during the Iran-Iraq War, and I don't believe he doesn't believe they've reached that point yet. And of course, as the Supreme Leader looks westward or looks at us, he can argue that we're on the decline. Our influence is declining, particularly in that part of the world. And so, his view of the world may not be necessarily fact-based, particularly when it comes to internal conditions in his country.
Thank you. Turning again to another longstanding part of U.S. policy, which is nuclear deterrence, which has been our policy since the late 40s. Does deterrence work with a country like North Korea or Iran? Sort of the same question. Do they care? Mutually assured destruction, are they responsive to that kind of rational thinking that guided U.S. policy for 50 years? Are these countries like the Soviet Union that we can have some confidence that they're going to make a rational decision, knowing that if they do something crazy that they're going to be wiped out?
Well, I do think I do think they both understand that. I'm not sure that that's particularly true in North Korea, where they would expect us to use a nuclear weapon, but they do. They certainly respect the capability of our military. They've gone to school on what we've done, starting with Desert Storm. I know that for a fact. So I think deterrence in this broadest context does work and does have impact on the decision-making calculus of these two countries.
Mr. Brennan, you had a brief colloquy with Senator Collins on last year's cyber bill. That bill did not get through. There were objections, I understand, from business interests. Are there, I know you're not on the policy side anymore, but are there things we can do to get that bill through? There's a certain urgency here, and I believe it went twice before the Senate and didn't go through either time. What's happening to get that done?
I'm sure there are things that the Congress can do to push this forward. There were differences of view last year in the legislation. Again, I would just underscore the importance of being able to come up with some legislation that's going to address some of the vulnerabilities that our adversaries are taking advantage of, whether they be states, whether they be hacktivists or organized criminal groups. Vulnerabilities exist that we need to be able to address.
Would you characterize the cyber threat as accelerating?
Absolutely.
Madam Chairman, that's all I have. Thank you.